Oh. We're going to cast a Naraka game that Lab just sent me. This is actually apparently recorded from EU, so his ping will look probably a lot like mine does, and maybe slightly worse. Although what's actually kind of interesting is that when I watched his stream when he was doing EU before, his 100 ms looked a lot more consistent and reliable than my 80 ms. I have had a lot of people tell me that it isn't just the ping that's the issue with NA, but the tick rate of the servers is apparently not good enough either. I don't know where that information came from, but watching Lab play on EU did give some credence to that. Of course, he had better FPS due to having an X3D processor as well. The caveat of that is we won't actually see that in the replay, because the replay comes from the server data, right? So it's going to look a lot more synced than it really is. But also, he's playing as Rumi. I think, yes, this is ranked mode solos, and he plays as Rumi in this. It has been a fair while since there's been a replay to cast. I'm hoping it is stable, but there's no reason to believe it will be stable, because it's 24 Entertainment, and they don't really give a shit. They did just do their Naraka Fest. And Naraka Fest did not mention anything about Delta timers, nothing about the poor performance, nothing about the game requiring you to have been basically born in the proper location, or having an X3D processor to play the game competitively in any shape or fashion. So, let's take a look here. So, these are going to be all EU names. I haven't touched this in forever, so forgive me as I fool around with the interface. One of the things they did mention in the Naraka Fest is they apparently finally fixed the grapple bug. That's like the only thing. And removing certain red dots. So those are like the only benefits. The map doesn't mean anything. Their last map, Maelstrom, was a fucking disaster. And I'm not actually sure where he is at the moment, because I think he popped. I should have checked the so he popped over there. There is some hot drop shenanigans going on. There's lots of bots. He says he does not actually encounter any bots today. So this is actually, when we look at this lobby here, we see that there's a lot of bots. But we actually do see a substantial amount of players mixed into here. Some of them have names that are kind of similar to the bots. But these guys down here are all players. And some of them up top are also players. So while Lab is going to be down here, he actually spawned... I think he did this because he's Rumi on 100 FPS and did not want to hot drop that. So let's pick where we're going to check to see while he's gearing up. We've got Eclipse with a K. We've got Ayani ELS, which is like English language second. We've got Blaney and Klein. Dude, Lord of Mysteries. Probably one of the better animations I have seen in a while. Also comes from China, oddly enough. I'm looking for this Booback fellow. I've been looking, or Baba Cuck. Baba Cuck, Baba Kick, and Buzzard. Sazzard. Let's go to Saz. I could not find Baba Cuck in there at all, so we'll have to jump to these fellows and take a look at what's going on. I do not know what rank this is, but we'll probably be able to infer pretty quickly, given that EU does have a substantially higher population than NA. And I think that their low-level population is actually substantially higher too. So, generally from what I've seen from EU streams is it's a little easier to get ranked matches. Generally speaking, the player skill levels are a little bit more distributed, and you have a much higher chance of actually finding people who are not running on like 20 ms and 600 FPS. Oh. But you still run into a lot of the same problems you do in NA, where the queue dies pretty quickly. Ah, cooked. Absolutely cooked. Absolutely cooked. Baba Cuck claims his first victim. Zero Gambit is fighting somebody down here. I'm clicking it and nothing happening because Zero Gambit must be a bot. Must be a bot. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the map, we have a variety of people running into bot. There's fighting everywhere. There's actually fighting just all over the place. I wanted to see what that dude's doing, but it looks like he's just running away from Baba Cuck at the moment. Being chased, being similarly destroyed, also got parried and murdered. He's not actually aware of M2004. That could literally be his birth date. It is actually horrifying to believe that there are people who could have been born at that time that are actually playing this game right now. I feel like a fucking dinosaur. Ah, wait, I am a dinosaur. This guy attempting to escape. Does not even have his ult yet. Klein has murdered Dark Flame X, acquiring ingredients for that clown potion. Honk honk. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, we have Trip Tips, who has gold armor and nothing else really of any value at all. So, Chinese man number 69, unable to infinite. The ultimate does absolutely nothing. A series of dodges that accomplish nothing either, just dodging straight into the catch. The second dodge was unnecessary. There's the weapon swap. Out comes the F. This guy wants that gold armor. Give it to me. Got yelled at by a cat. Akos is widely believed to be quite overpowered as he was already extremely strong, and then they just kept buffing him even more. Oh, it's the run fast. Oh, he fucked up. Absolutely cooked. Second ult goes down. Doesn't even go anywhere near him. Jump horizontal, it misses. And then cooked. Absolutely cooked. Akos will be happy about that. So, Zero Gambit, the bot, has been murdered. We do have Lab down here. Let's go back. How do you go back in this again? Dude, it's been fucking forever. Go this way. Yeah, Lab fought someone down there. So, it's a little awkward. This interface was obviously designed for a console. Like, the entire game was designed from the ground up for consoles. And, what is there was a hotkey for that, right? Yes, it's this. Okay. So, we can actually watch this fight here before we hop over down to see what happens with Lab. There was, a lot of fighting going on throughout the map. If we try to cover all of it, it's going to take a little while. But that's alright. Some of these games are highly entertaining. So first of all, this guy is fighting the bot. He's very lucky the bot does not input read that. The ranked bots don't seem to be nearly as bad as quick match bots are for that. I've run into a couple of bad ones, but there's definitely a lot worse in quick match, just constantly. I've been infinited by quick match bots in a corner with gray flying knives. Just absolutely horrendous shit. And there was a dude over here that fought someone as well. That hotkey to go backwards does not work outside of the track bar. Like, there's a lot of very basic shit here that could be fixed. Oh, this guy was just fighting a bot. Alright, no big deal. Let's hop over to Lab and see what Lab was doing. So, Lab is, that was paused, wasn't it? Or was it? No, he's just chilling for a moment. He might be typing. I've noticed that Lab is a deep, dark enjoyer of tabbing out of the game and talking to people in the middle of the game. I mean, if you're in the middle of nowhere, there's not really a lot of concern, but a bot could assassinate him. You never know, especially if it's a GS bot. They're actually terrifying. So, it looks like he's heading down here towards Thunderbolt 9 is. Totally not a bot, guys. Thunderbolt 9 is currently fighting an individual, Alarx Armand. An individual who could be from France. And in those particular areas, if you are running an air conditioner, you may get fined by the government because you are not allowed to run air conditioning unless you are a publication that complains about carbon emissions of air conditioners in office buildings. Individuals are not allowed to run air conditioners because it is destroying the planet. So they get to sit back in their 40 Celsius and suck it. Meanwhile, the rest of the world enjoys air conditioning. Oh, an attempted juggle goes nowhere because of terrain, lol. Now remember, this looks a lot smoother than it is. There is some ping involved in this, so Lab is working up. Lab is working uphill from this. He's also a Rumi. Although, honestly, I don't think Rumi is really that bad against Zenda at all. I have not seen anybody outside of people running absolutely decked setups able to do any kind of combos off of Rumi's abilities. Or, off of Zenda's abilities. That did not look like 100 MS. Jesus. That juggle. So, I don't think Rumi is even that... I mean, you can do what he did. You can just use her abilities to just absorb into a parry. Which is precisely what he did to get that initiation. It's a little crazy. There's another fight going on here with Eclipse with a K. Another individual who owns a 500 USD hairstyle. Actually insane. Oh, he's fighting against the most fun and balanced hero in the game. Armor swap. Might give him the opportunity. Yep. Just two really busted characters exchanging gold focus, not interacting with the game whatsoever until finally he gets parried. I don't even know what the fuck's even going on. I guess I'll just hop a third time and murder you. Klein, working very, very well on his potion. He's definitely clowning around. Hey, Annie is hidden down there. Lab moved down here. It looks like Lab actually might run into Alex Armand a second time as another dude is coming down there to suck up the juices. This guy has a bounty on Klein. Better watch out. You better not pout. So Lap has a greatsword. He could be GS gaming at 100 MS. He could be enjoying my style of gameplay. Remember, the displayed ping is based on your FPS, so there's a good chance his FPS is making his ping look lower than it appears, and that's absolutely the case for mine, because when I first started this game, it said I had 110 MS. And that's definitely what it feels like, because the game does not feel any more reliable after I upgraded processors and went from 110 to 80 to 70 displayed. Good parry. Could whip out that greatsword. Lab does not want to give him the parry. The dude does have ult, but again, Rumi does not have to worry too much about that ult. So what I was saying is that most people cannot combo with that ult. I'm not sure how much combo potential even exists outside of training, honestly. I haven't never seen it. And Rumi can just tank it down, and I have a feeling that guy kind of like understood that, and he didn't even bother trying to use it. You can kind of delay with it, but that's really about it. There is some fighting going on. A bot got murdered in Imperium. The Imperial Ding Dong is up. There is S1N up. He is hopping over there. Hopping! It looks like he just wants to wait for Yang. But Lab is a Rumi. There is only violence in his heart. This is how a Rumi plays the game. Violence only. There is a gold fan there. A little bit of musical squatting and hopping. Good luck trying to parry that in 100 MS. The FPS definitely gives him a huge advantage in many respects, but you're still gonna run into a lot of interactions. Yeah, he just spams parry and gets the follow-up. So close, and yet so far. Could have gone to the very, very dubious crouch uppercut follow-up that nobody expects. So Baba Cuck is still checking out this area here. Baba Cuck is actually looks like he might be fighting Lies. Yeah, they're in Yang at the moment. We can follow all the Yang fights. All of them murder. But meanwhile, Lab does not give a fuck about Yang. He's just killing everybody outside of it. Ah. This guy does not want to commit to the roomie. He's intimidated. Ah! Unbelievable. Meanwhile, back in Yang. Klein has murdered someone else. You can check that out in a few moments. As well as the beginning of that roomie fight, because that looked disgusting. The whip sword moment, I guess. LOL. Dude looked like he might have been in trouble, but he just did not care. Because he has a whip sword. I kind of want to see what happened to his ult. So this did not latch. It missed for some reason. Probably iframed it. This guy seems to be running on what was probably pretty decent performance. There was this bitch slap. What was it? Was he using... I just want to see this again. It's so stupid. I can't believe they added the flying knives and the whip sword as they are, and they haven't changed them because they're both really stupid weapons. He doesn't even do anything fancy here. It's just the innate combo potential. The baseline combos of the whip sword are just so strong, so incredibly strong. And this guy here had his own fight as well, in which he was annihilated. Sequence D's nuts. It's a zipping. I guess zipping hypothetically might be able to survive some of this, but her F2 does not actually really help her against his F2. I think it's F2 on him anyways. And he's just doing hang sword stupidity. He just gets so much shit out of his ult. She kind of tanks through it with hers, but she will never get back her turn. And when she tries to blue, he just instantly parries it because she panics. I don't even know what you're even supposed to do in that circumstance, honestly. Doesn't really seem like there's much you can do. Meanwhile, over here, Lab has encountered that Akos from earlier in the game, complete with his gold armor and now with a whip sword. And the Akos kind of seems to be decent at the game. There goes the double uppercut. I have been able to do that against one player, crazy enough. Lab is getting destroyed at the moment. He's in trouble. He is in trouble, but so many blues, and this guy just does not call them and gets all of his health shredded. He is forced to flee from the roomie. He had... Oh no, this is a Tamals. This is an Akos. I don't know, this was the Akos. I thought he looked a little different. There's actually several people with gold armor at the moment. So, I actually kind of thought he would just go for the ult at that point, but no. He did not want to commit his ult to that. He was terrified. Dude, it's Rumi. I cannot deal with that. He looks in the distance, and he sees a demonic sigil. A trophy over the countless people who have died in this general vicinity. And look at them. S1N up, Alex Armont. They have both been annihilated by a roomie. There is Ass Shaker on the ground. Tumulch does have an ass. He's one of the few male characters that does. He should take that. It looks like Labcon went elsewhere. Not interested in picking up the gold armor quite yet. He has started a collection though. He has Ass Burst and Burst Arrow. There is another man down here who's a little Jimmy jostled from something. That's the Wu Chen that lost in Yang. A fresh roomie could give him another chance at this game. But he was slapped by the roomie and immediately ran away. He wants nothing to do with that. He's casually hopping after, not too interested in following. Klein is over here and has found a challenger. Is that a Tessa? In this economy? Dude, that's crazy. Baba Cuck just murdered. I think that was the Akos that just died. We can check that out in a moment. There is so much shit going on in this game right now. Holy fuck. Oh, the whip sword. There's a reason why everyone uses it, dude. Even if you're not comboing it, that fucking vertical is so hard to get away from. The collision on it is just a fucking shit show. Lab went all the way over here. He might run into M2004. There is 2 bodyguards up. One against Klein and one with Klein. There is a challenger still on the map here from eRumi. Nobody is killed yet. Nobody has killed this person. What the fuck? Is this teaming? What is this? Dude, the tumult is right there. She's even shooting at him! Do something! Or not. Lab has encountered M2004. They appear to be hopping. Well, that's Lanny, and Lanny now has gold armor. Dude, you gotta get your head bonked. Get your head bonked. Meanwhile, over... Lies is over here. Is still alive. Still alive. I can't see... There we are. He's right here. That's what we wanted to check. We'll go back a little bit and catch this shenanigans. This guy has been on a warpath since he first came out of Yang. I kind of want to see some of that before we get too far into this. This guy seems like he's going to be one of the strongest contenders in this lobby, if not the strongest. Lab has his work cut out for him. Yeah, that was the Yakos. So you can see Lab gives that Wu Chen a little bit of a slap on the ass and calmly walks away. Wu Chen just... He is absolutely buck broken and does not even bother to chase because Rumi is just too violent for him. Oh, that was a very, very slow ult. If he's phoning in from China, his ping's going to be even worse. And he just gets whip-sworded. No, nothing fancy, just whip-sword vertical over and over and over again. Does crazy amount of damage, extremely hard to parry, and almost impossible to dodge away from in most circumstances. I think you have to cross it. Like, you have to. So, he picks up gold armor and a bunch of other shit. Klein actually murdered by the whip-sword. I think that was the other whip-sword kill that we saw. Dude. This interface is driving me crazy. That was when Klein first died, right? And yeah, so he still has his and I think that person with Challenger is just shooting at them, and it is a Tessa. Tessa just sits there and just shoots at them. And nobody gives 2 fucks. There's someone shooting at her, but it wasn't him. It was Baba Cock. Here it comes. The cliff shenanigans. Rather than the Temmie that she was shooting at the entire time, it's going to be the Justina. Oh shit. Right into the 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's V2 Tessa! Dude couldn't just play Tessa in solos. He had to play the most useless ult in the game. I don't know why that ult even exists, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen it ever accomplish anything. There's so many dead bots. I just want our boy, and I can't find him anymore. There he is. Klein, unfortunately not in range to use his mystic powers. The Tessa is still somehow alive. Unbelievable. And then the Tessa died to Yang depletion. Nobody really wanted to fight her. And then she played V2, so she had literally no power whatsoever. This guy's ult is down for the count. We don't see the things on the bottom with it anymore, but you can see it on the bottom left, the very small little gray icon that tells us his current charge amount. He is missing ult, he is missing armor. Klein better watch out because a plot twist may come his way. So this dude went back Lab is just kind of like hopping around. This is a very, very non-violent moment for eRumi. Very, very unusual. Meanwhile, this dude is over here. So we kind of have like our final players shaping up. A lot of them are using whip swords. This guy has double palm lightning, one for each hand. There's a 3 soul guide indicators, which is classic, absolutely classic. 24 entertainment. Lab wants to fight ELS Annie, who we've seen very little of in the game so far. That is another Tessa, I think. Crazy. There was 2 Tessas in this game. You can tell they're probably lower level because nobody higher level plays her. That 100 MS parry, but good luck dodging that ult on that ping, by the way. She actually has the proper ult. She can use some damage here, but oh! The attempted sword tome, it takes too long to wind up. Immediately ults into a combo, but unable to pull out. Ah! Dude, Juggernaut. Unbelievable. Incredibly violent. Another individual is over here. Uh-oh. It could be his nemesis, but Baba, completely unaware that there is a Rumi. There is a Rumi. Oh no, the Rumi has been discovered. Lab does not have ult. There is some shooting going on and probably a lot of warping. The guns in this game are absolutely hell to aim on normal circumstances. Bye. Lab wants to kind of delay a little bit. He's got to be in this for the long game against the Justina with gold armor. Because he kind of wants to counter her ult with his. Oh, the 1, 2, 3. Oh! The Aurora Burst parried! Lab follows up with a short juggle there. Gets back some damage. This is so crazy. How the fuck? Oh, that was cheeky. Just a little run up and a little slap. But Lab has ult and Yang is coming. The Justina may not want to commit to this now, as the Rumi has showed that it is violent. We don't get to see the cooldown for the tome there, but that tome could fuck her up if she ends up using her F and gets caught in it. The chase continues after a little bit of pause. I guess she did want to fight. There is a third party. The third party definitely is sore and very violent, and chooses to ignore the Rumi shooting at the Justina. Lab decides to just take this opportunity to chill back. It's quite comfortable for him. They're continuing to fight. Lani is getting destroyed. She blows her all. Lab is just calmly walking around. Oh, it's what? What is that? V1 Lani? I'm a little perplexed by that, but that's not as bad as V2 Tessa, but Lani is all about using her focus and animations to avoid half the shit in the game, parry out of them, and TOD, so she kind of loses a lot out of Lani's character by using that ult. There are some shenanigans going on. Lab is moving in the opposite direction, and I don't want to miss this fight. So we're going to pause and hop over here, because the call distance is what made them disappear. But the fight ended quite quickly. Justina going to get a gold longsword out of that. Almost assuredly will turn that into a whip sword at the earliest possible convenience, because, well, why wouldn't you? I am getting so confused by the map at the moment. And it looks like Lab has found another individual, but they're not fighting. They are going to wait for Yang, like proper, sensible individuals. They do not seem to communicate through head bonks. Lab did not get the Temi. Lab very likely may get the Justina. Actually, is this free? No, there is 4 op. Lab may get the Justina. I'm not sure who the Temi got. Kind of seems like no one at the moment. Yeah, yeah. No escaping now. Is Bubba finally gonna put the violent Rumi down? Will Lab's rampage come to an end starting with his gang? There is still a chance for him to win even if he loses here, but it's gonna be a lot tougher to out-tank people if they have Draco. Alright, so he had to blow his ult kind of early here. But if he can just stand in his ult, then he might be fine. But the TOD from Justina is kind of ridiculous. Oh, the disengage! But Lab was not able to get out of Justina's ult after that. Justina could have possibly 1-2-3'd there, maybe. Oh shit! Oh shit! There it is. There's the F interaction, but Lab was not in the best environment for that. She released that into the blue, giving Lab some much needed damage. The same interaction before Lab manages to pull out due to that parry. This is a long fight. 30 seconds left on the clock. Oh man, if Lab had parried that, he'd be in a good spot, but that was a very abnormal follow-up. I don't think the dude was even expecting to get that parry. Good luck parrying that. Ult comes out again, but Justina also has her ult. Ooh! That was a good parry. And here it goes. Lab was 100% cooked, but he denies her. Absolutely splendid. All right, let's go back a little bit. I may have crashed it by pushing back several times. We want to go to the other individuals and see how their Yang went. I think that will be Klein and the Temi. I have no idea how this matchup actually goes. Not a clue. Lee is just incredibly busted altogether, but I feel like if Temi manages to get his ult in a good position, he can waste the ult. Nice stretchy mess. Plus, I think there is a little bit of a gear difference here, though he does have Phoenix Blast. He could go Blue Nunchuck's Velocity if he really wants to be annoying. He does have Aerial Dash, which we've seen him using, but the Temi's gear is looking also pretty strong. So I think Lee kind of like wants to force out his ult and waste it. And then after that, he basically just wins. Oh, that fart cloud hit him from like 5 fucking miles away. Oh, stuck on his head. Naraka moment. Oh. Alright. So the ult kind of forces a soft reset. He really wanted to continue to go in, but he knew he couldn't. But his ult, I think his ult still is up. Maybe it had just worn off. Oh, drop the combo. That's how it usually goes for me. Not like this, but he dropped it. And the other dude just got cooked afterwards, so Toya lost all momentum, couldn't get back his turn. That how it be. Pretty simple fight, unlike the other one. I keep thinking P is for party, which is for list. And it isn't. Like, the keys don't make any logical sense, right? This one went on for so long. He was gonna go for the slap. If he did not go for the slap, he might have been able to get a combo going there. Lab, unfortunately, got pushed away from his ult through all that, so... he was probably not going to take back initiative by the time that the round ended anyways, but it certainly... this is certainly the more entertaining way that it could have gone. So the immediate fighting begins between Klein and the Temi. Niaz Mir Stool. Lab just casually watching. He can wait a little while here. Klein did take some damage that time and decided to leave. He doesn't want to get third-partied, but it looks like he is going to get third-partied. Lab does revive as Klein retreats, not wanting to be the focus of the lobby. He does actually go into the blue nunchucks. Oh. That was awkward. Hoping to disengage with that, but it did not happen. The Temi is casually hopping around. There is a eRumi somewhere. Over there. Lab is coming. Lab wants the Temi. Oh, but Lab ran right back into the Justina again. Oh, a little bit of a hop and a scoot. It is very, very hard to clash, parry, or otherwise get away from those wave scale dashes off the wall. They are an absolute nightmare on high ping. Shit just doesn't fucking work with those at all. So, everyone's kind of like reset a little bit here. Klein is still the weaker of the group because he doesn't have gold armor. And now facing a violent eRumi. Oh, that could happen too, I guess. Dude is getting cooked by this eRumi. It looked like he really, really wanted that Maru's blessing. You can see the line there, but it did not spawn above. This terrain is just robbing Lab of everything. It's getting sassed. Actually getting sassed. Oh! Oh. Oh, and now he's down here. It just works. Dude, it just works. There's Aurora Burst. But he landed on the little like lantern thing there. Oh, Klein. Cannon. No, that was a flamethrower. He got flamethrowered in his ult activation, but Lab doesn't manage to steal the ding dong. Now it's just the Temi and the Justina. Temi attempting to flamethrower her. Very effective. At least if you can force out her ult, you can counter ult, and that takes a lot of the immediate kill threat off of her. But I'm pretty sure you can burn her through her F as well. Lab has 1 minute and 30 seconds left. These guys do not really want to commit. Oh no! It's the whip sword. Good luck dealing with a whip sword on this MS though. The Justina definitely wants to kill the Temi first, but this could cause some headaches if the eRumi survives until the final circle. Oh, parry. Finally, Temi's ult comes out. Lab is down to just a minute. Oh! He turned his back on the eRumi. You never turn your back on a violent eRumi. The final battle. The Rent Firmament. Juggle into the zone. That does a lot of damage. eRumi still has her ult. Justina still has her ult, but finding eRumi enter the zone could be dangerous business. Manages to kind of like twist her away from the zone there. Lab trying to get a little bit of mileage out of that ult, but it's about to time out. Baba allowed to get back some much-needed healing as Lab was not able to re-aggro. It's looking grim for the violent Rumi. There's a random weapon over there. Okay, I like this, Justina. Baba gets to come to my wedding night. That will never happen. He's just spanks spam. It was amazing. That was good. That was highly entertaining. Very, very entertaining. Lab killed a lot of people. As Rumi. Hot swapping over to EU. I mean, I can only imagine what it's like for them fighting someone who is that high ping. We don't really get like the full picture of how these games go because we're watching a replay off of the server. But apparently Lab got a lot of distance out of just spamming like 1.0, 0.9 katana blues. Because when you are a high FPS against someone who's low FPS, those animations come out so fucking fast. I had an interaction playing against a dude in some customs. And this dude had like 400, 500 FPS and was on like 25 MS. And there was nothing he could do against him. Like, he would dodge my Justina ult, and I literally would not even see him leave his blue animation. From him. He was holding Greatsword blue. I would ult him, and it did not hit him at all. And he would not leave blue. But he actually mid-dodged through it. And there was a lot of other interesting interactions too, like Erudition hitting me from 10 miles away in the air. And other things that are basically like, it's just like impossible to interact with players like that. So even though Lab is very, very high ping, the high ping coupled with high FPS, I can't even imagine how hard that can be to deal with on both ends. But at least on Lab's end, unlike me, he actually knows how to play the game. So he can kind of try to map out the interactions, but dodging Justina ults and stuff like that is a much more difficult story. Nonetheless, he still made it to the final battle, and there was a lot of entertainment in that game, for sure.